Hello and welcome. I'm Catherine Barrett, longtime TV news anchor and reporter, writer and host, who was born on a Navy base. I'm the daughter of a Navy pilot. My dad wasn't in for his entire career like your spouse's, but I can understand your life, mostly through neighbors, the ombudsman handling everything from parties to tragedy, the sailor and soldiers gone for deployment, and through the eyes of dependent children and their challenges in school and local programs just for them. The SEAL team neighbor, nothing to say there. And I've seen your spouses in action, from on board the Ike for several days as it headed to Naples, on the TR, the Kennedy, in a Combat 10 hospital in Iraq with mortars incoming. I remember the Naval Reserve crew that flew me to Sigonella, covering Navy medics in a Combat 10 hospital in Croatia at Ramstein Air Base and Launchdale Hospital. And the homecomings pierside, isn't that the best part of a deployment? Thank you for joining us for the 2021 Heroes at Home Military Spouse Awards for Hampton Roads from here at the historic General MacArthur Memorial in Norfolk. The flagship newspaper founded the Heroes at Home Military Spouse Awards in 2005 to answer an important call: the need to acknowledge, recognize, and honor military spouses in our community. These men and women have a profound impact on the lives of our families, our service members, and our communities. To be a military spouse is more than just, holding down the fort. While the loved one is away serving in the armed forces, they volunteer, support, and serve. A military spouse is in a constant state of readiness and is committed to working for a better future, and they do it with grace, humility, humor, and a no-nonsense attitude. Their devotion can be stealth, coming into a community, seeing a need, taking on a role of support, making a positive impact, and then with new orders, they're on to make their mark in a new community. Well, today we shine a light on their positive impact and honorable efforts. We salute you and honor you today for your strength, support, and for going above and beyond on a daily basis. You truly deserve this recognition and show of appreciation. Also, understanding that military service is a family affair, we celebrate our little heroes at home. They too share strength, personal sacrifice, support for other military families, and a commitment to community. To our little heroes, we are excited to celebrate you. Now, throughout the awards program, you'll hear messages of congratulations and support from sponsors and judges. Now, let the awards celebration begin. We invite you to stand for the playing of our national anthem. Programs like this one wouldn't be possible without the generous support from our sponsors. For more than a decade, we've been fortunate to partner with our presenting sponsor, USAA. USAA is steadfast in its commitment to support the entire military community, especially you, our heroes at home. Here is Brad Sargent from the USAA team.
Wow, what an amazing group of heroes. My name is Brad Sargent, a retired Master Chief Petty Officer. I was honored to judge the Hampton Roads Heroes at Home. I was overwhelmed by everything our spouses and little heroes are doing for their families, the military, and their communities. Thank you to every nominee and indeed every military spouse and little hero around the world. For every one of you watching here today, there are thousands of military spouses and little heroes you represent.
Hi, Michelle Norman, the 2020 Heroes at Home Military Spouse of the Year for Hampton Roads. I'm an advocate for exceptional family members and special education through my nonprofit Partners in Promise. To this year's honorees, I want to say thank you. Thank you for all of your hard work and dedication for our military community. Each of you have servant hearts, and we see you and we thank you. I look forward to serving beside you when maybe meeting you one day in person so that we can continue the good work here in the Hampton Roads area. Take care.
Hi, my name is Hannah and I'm the 2017 Heroes at Home Military Spouse of the Year for Jacksonville, Florida. This year I had the honor of being a judge and reading all the nominations. Every nomination is truly a hero at home in my eyes. Thank you so much for supporting our military community. Lastly, I want to give a huge congratulations to all nominees, our finalists, and our winner for the 2021 Heroes at Home Military Spouse of the Year.
Hello everyone, my name is Carla Moss and I'm your 2019 Still Serving Veteran of the Year. I'd like to congratulate all of the nominees and the winners of this year's Hero of the Homefront event. Thank you so much for all of your volunteer contributions in taking care of your community. We appreciate you and wish that you continue doing your volunteer service well into the future. Again, congratulations to all of the nominees and the winners of this year's Heroes on the Homefront event. Thank you.
My name is Sally Stangler. I am a Senior Chief Petty Officer serving in the United States Navy, and I'm stationed in Norfolk, Virginia. Just want to take a moment to say congratulations to the Heroes at Home honorees for 2021. There were so many applications, and it really is amazing to see everything that everyone is doing throughout their communities. Not only are you supporting your communities and your military, but you are going above and beyond to support those in need during COVID-19. Thank you for doing more.
How pleased we are to announce our awards keynote speaker, and she's no stranger to the military community. Chelsea Mandello is the founder and chief executive officer of Troopster Military Care Packs. Troopster is a 501c3 organization that helps friends, families, and communities send care packages to deployed troops. Or, as Chelsea describes it, Troopster is the Amazon of care packs. Moms, dads, spouses, anyone can visit the Troopster.org website and send their son, daughter, or loved one a care pack easily and without any trouble. Chelsea served in the United States Navy for 9 years, where she deployed across 13 countries and 9 Navy platforms as a mass communications specialist and photojournalist. She received numerous honors for her dedication to duty, serving alongside Marines, sailors, soldiers, and airmen in dozens of operations, ship-to-shore maneuvers, search and seizure missions, anti-piracy operations, and more. Now, as a photojournalist, Chelsea saw firsthand the accomplishments, capabilities, and bravery exuded by those in the armed forces. During her experience with the military, Chelsea was inspired to establish Troopster. Launching while still active duty, Chelsea has grown Troopster from a small effort out of her home, filling care packages after standing 48-hour watches, to an organization that has sent more than 26,000 care packages to U.S. troops worldwide. She's been recognized for the Still Serving Award, Small Business Administration Person of the Year, Microsoft Empower Possibility Award, and Verizon's Salute. And she's currently studying at William & Mary for her Executive MBA and hopes to utilize her education to further the impact of Troopster. Chelsea's goal is to continue growing Troopster and to be the household name for military care. Welcome, Chelsea Mandello.
Hi everyone, my name is Chelsea Mandello, and I cannot tell you how honored I am to get to be your guest speaker today. With that said, before I jump into the speech that I have for you, there are a couple of things I really want you to know before I really kick us off. Let's call them my disclaimers. First disclaimer is that I absolutely mean what I said about being honored to get to be the one to congratulate all of the awesome nominees and our little heroes. I'm sure you've all heard this before, but it truly is the strength, dedication, and support of the military families that fortifies and maintains the military community. Those of you nominated today are being recognized for your sacrifices, volunteerism, and support for the military community. And can we just take a moment and realize how awesome that is? You are all role models to the thousands of others who are looking for guidance. In my book, that makes each of you a hero of mine. Okay, so that's my first note. And by the way, before you say something like, oh, she has to say that, she's the guest speaker and they're just full of bluster. As a former U.S. Navy sailor who's deployed across 13 countries and 9 different ships and way too many Marines, I can assure you, no one forces me to say anything. Now, here's my second note. Something that all of you should know now is that speeches actually terrify me. I will spend days avoiding people, pacing back and forth in a room just to normally prep for a speech. I was actually feeling a little bit better that this was on Zoom, but overall they terrify me. Yet for some reason, every now and then, someone asks me to be a guest speaker, to which the little voice inside of me grumbles and says, oh no, not another opportunity to fall on my face. Before outwardly I actually smile and say, yeah, absolutely, anytime, I love speeches. I'm telling you this because sometimes, even when we're afraid of something, we rise to the challenge. We do this, particularly those of us in the military community, because we know that it isn't about us. Strength comes to those who can put others before themselves. It's something within us that somehow helps you to rise to the occasion, even if you aren't sure about the path, or even if you might be a little afraid. I'm also telling you this because I expect there to be a judgment-free zone, so if I'm neither funny nor inspirational, I warned you first. Okay, so those are my 2 things that I had to let you know: the congratulations and terrified of speeches. So now I guess I should go on ahead and tell you what qualifies me to even speak with you today, and why the wonderful hosts pulled me out of my bubble for just this occasion. So according to the bullet points that they gave me, I am supposed to tell you how I founded my company, the impact of it, and why. It says to be inspirational and also not to mess up. So let's see if that's something I can do for you. As I said, my name is Chelsea, and I am the founder and CEO of a company called Troopster. Troopster is kind of like the nonprofit Amazon of military care packages. Since launching in 2015, we've sent more than 26,000 care packages to troops deployed across 22 countries. Regardless if someone is in a submarine or in a combat zone, myself and our team of volunteers and veterans work with military families and communities around the nation to make sending a care package easy and extremely cost-conscious to support U.S. service members worldwide. But that's where we are today, and I can honestly say that every day I am in awe of where we are and the road we've taken to get here. I say that because prior to Troopster, I never saw myself starting a company or running a business. But you remember what I said a couple of minutes ago about doing things even if we're a little afraid? Before Troopster, I was serving in the United States Navy as a photojournalist. And guys, I had the best job there was. My job was to travel the world and document the amazing people and missions and operations that the military was conducting. And so with the Navy, I got to see the versatility and awesome capabilities of the US military. I traveled with the Air Force, the Army, the Navy, of course, Marines, and sometimes foreign military as well. I've almost been sold for 3 camels, which started a small international rule around military members not joking with locals, but that's a story for another time. So my job, I was in a perpetual sea-time deployment status, which meant that I would spend 3 months here, 6 months there, fly home for 2 weeks before leaving for another 8-month deployment. In 2013, though, I was on my most difficult deployment. We were in the Mediterranean for anti-piracy ops, and by the time we were there, we hadn't heard from or been able to talk to those back home. During that time, morale on board was very low. The ship had been pushed from a 6-month deployment to a 12. And it was very tough. We hadn't received mail from home, and we hadn't been able to communicate with our families. When you're in the middle of that, receiving anything from home is like Christmas morning on steroids. One day, we were finally getting mail. We had received the word. And I can't tell you the jubilation on board that ship. This was an all-hands effort to receive, move, and sort mail pallets. So meanwhile, back home in rural Kentucky, my mom had known that things were tough for me. She wanted to care for me. So a couple of months prior to that, she had packed up this big care package, drove it an hour into town to where she could ship it out, and then she waited patiently for me to get it. And I remember getting that big box from my mom, and I was so excited that I rushed it upstairs, tore it open, threw my hands inside, and all of the contents had gone bad. This was my heartbreak in a box. Something I realized though, well, two things really, was that first, I didn't want to tell my mom because I knew it would be more of a heartbreak for her than it had been for me. And the other thing is that I wasn't the only one. All over the ship, everyone was facing the exact same disappointment. That was when I wanted to change things for the better. I didn't want anyone else in uniform to experience that. So when I got back from deployment, I started working on this imaginary company that would help friends and families to be able to send personalized care packages with items that could make a trip overseas. Not knowing anything about business or where to begin, I started reading through every Small Business for Dummies book I could find, along with navigating the Small Business Administration site. 2 years later, on Thanksgiving Day, while still serving in the military, I launched Troopster. I started this small company out of my house, and for 3 years, while still serving active duty and sometimes standing 24 to 40-hour watches, I would come home exhausted and make 20 to 30 care packages for troops deployed overseas. Troopster became my life. In fact, I'm really surprised I don't have it tattooed somewhere on me. And I would take lunch meetings with companies to share the word about Troopster. And when I mean lunch meetings, you can't meet in uniform for something like that. So I would actually wear professional clothing under my uniform so that when that 40-minute lunch break hit, I would be driving to this meeting while pulling off my combat boots and slipping on flats. So when I got to the meeting, I'd be ready. But it was the most challenging mission I've ever been on. But a year after starting, we began receiving letters from families, letters from troops who received packs, and letters from troops who didn't have a family support network. Each year, we've grown between 130 and 207%, increasing our impact several thousand troops at a time. But you see, the thing is, this isn't actually a story about me, because the entire time there were others there to help Troopster grow. Sometimes it would be friends who took leave to help me pack. Sometimes it was a neighbor. Slowly it became the whole community of Hampton Roads. Then another community in Richmond, the University of Miami, Florida, Fort Campbell and Fort Knox, Kentucky, San Diego. More and more volunteers who stepped up to help organize, pack, coordinate, and fund. See, it was never me running Troopster. Like anything worth being a part of, it was the community and other individuals who are important because together is how we achieve great accomplishments. That is why I believe in and value the heart of volunteerism. Because as volunteers, there is a light within you that grows brighter together. Even during COVID, when at the beginning of 2020, we had to cancel many pack events that we had scheduled. But volunteers helped to continue lighting the way. And last year, not only did we support deployed troops, but we also sent thousands of medical kits to military healthcare workers who didn't have the items that they needed to fight COVID. If there is one thing I can leave with you today, it's this. Continue being the guiding light that volunteers and makes this world a little brighter every day. With you, all things are possible. And to you, I am immensely grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Chelsea, for your inspiring words. The time has come to announce the nominees, honorees, and winners of the 2021 Heroes at Home Military Spouse Awards for Hampton Roads. Our top honorees for the Military Spouse of the Year are Laura Bangor, Naval Support Activity, Hampton Roads. Laura is a very dedicated military spouse who works constantly to improve not only her military family, but our nation's entire military family. As Publications Director with Naval Services Family Line, she served on the Board of Directors to empower Sea Service families to meet the challenges of a military lifestyle with education, resources, and mentoring. She's also been United Methodist Women's Promise Circle Chair and past president of the Junior League of Norfolk and Virginia Beach. Laura has participated in Military Child Education Coalition, training that works to support all military-connected children through education, advocacy, and collaboration to resolve education challenges that are often associated with the military lifestyle. Laura is a servant leader who truly enjoys being able to use her skills and experience to enrich and benefit the lives around her. Athena Hansen, Naval Station Norfolk. Athena Hansen is a mother of 5 children and first-grade teacher at Victory Elementary. Over the past year, she has supported her husband through back-to-back deployments. When he returned, his ship was scheduled for a yard period, meaning guaranteed time at home. However, just a day before Christmas, he was diagnosed with cancer. She devoted herself to caring for him while still supporting her children and continuing to teach. She's endured countless struggles. She and 2 of her children contracted COVID-19, but she's always maintained a positive attitude. Athena is the epitome of a hero at home. Sarah King, Joint Expeditionary Base, Little Creek, Fort Story. Sarah is a respiratory therapist, but hasn't worked since moving to Virginia due to the extensive therapy schedules her sons require for their serious special needs. So she started a Facebook group to post data and answer certain health-related questions about symptoms, quarantine, and vaccine for COVID per CDC guidelines. Sarah heads the #GivingTuesdayMilitary movement for the Little Creek Fort Story area with a combined group effort of more than 1 million acts of kindness. She's also a team captain at the Hampton Roads Walk for Apraxia and an advocate for Partners in Promise. At the start of the school year, she was the PTA coordinator for the back-to-school parade and in charge of making it exciting and enjoyable for the kids, but always compliant with government-mandated COVID requirements. Her husband Joshua says, "She continues to inspire me every day with her giving heart and her love of community and thoughtfulness. She is definitely my hero." Kayla Lepley, Naval Medical Center, Portsmouth. Kayla and her husband Christopher are a dual military household. At the age of 22, she's a mother of an energetic 2-year-old. And when Chris's grandparents fell ill, she joyfully welcomed her husband's 17-year-old brother into their family with open arms. In his nomination, Chris wrote, "She's always giving back and caring for those around her. She never stops letting the people around her know how much she cares and loves them." Kayla's volunteer work includes soccer coach, the food bank, and various 5Ks in the community. At her last duty station, she volunteered at the animal shelter, helped with MWR races, and led a command choir. She's also been a JEA volunteer coordinator and training petty officer, a CRT member, and a diversity committee team member. She's participated in causes bringing awareness to women's equality, national disability employment, Native Indian American heritage, Mexican American heritage, and Black history ceremonies. Jessica Reich, Naval Station Norfolk. Jessica excels at being a student and a full-time mom while her husband is gone. She frequently helps her friends and neighbors with their needs and the needs of their children. Most notably, Jessica has donated more than 5,000 ounces of breast milk to babies in need. She recalls, "I was able to donate breast milk to an amazing little girl who had failure to thrive and made an amazing friend. I didn't know it at the time, but I helped save Gracie's life. She will forever hold a special place in my heart." Jessica has given of herself in many other ways as well, including starting a neighborhood in need pantry for her neighborhood, serving as an admin for her housing Facebook page. And when COVID closed the schools, she delivered 46 lunches every day to the children in military housing. Brittany Zaradnik, Naval Station Norfolk. Brittany's been an active community member since she arrived in Hampton Roads 10 years ago. As a member of the Urban Renewal Center of Norfolk, she engaged racial separation through forums, outreach, and seminars. Brittany was also involved in a local Celebrate Recovery group to assist in self-improvement and fulfillment through group therapy. Brittany teaches Sunday school at First Presbyterian Church in Norfolk and has most recently been active in Scouts BSA of Tidewater Council. With Scouts BSA, she has chaired a local scout group for elementary school students, founded a Scouts BSA group for girls in Norfolk, and during her scouting tenure, she directed a week-long camp for more than 100 children, organized multiple events, and chairs the camping committee serving all Scouts in the Hampton Roads area. She is currently serving as the USS Mitchell Ombudsman and was an ombudsman for the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower the Ike during her husband Christopher's first sea tour. Joanne Taft, Naval Station Norfolk. Joanne is a mother of 3, 2 teenage sons, and a new baby girl. Joanne didn't miss a beat when her life took an unexpected turn from looking at colleges and downsizing the home to now looking for a bigger car and strollers while helping her sons apply for the Naval Academy. COVID hasn't been a couch vacation for her. She's been shuttling both boys to their volunteer work at the Nauticus Museum every week, monitoring the honors classes, helping with homework, and her own volunteer work. Joanne is a full-time volunteer as the commanding officer of the Top Hatter Squadron Sea Cadets at Naval Station Norfolk. It's her job to run the unit and ensure all cadets and adults in the program are staying educated, on top of their coursework, advancements, trainings, and still maintaining good grades in school. Nothing slows her drive to give the best to the cadets and to her family. Congratulations to our 2021 honorees. Now to announce the winners and grand prizes for the Heroes at Home Military Spouse of the Year and the Little Heroes at Home, we turn back to Brad Sargent with presenting sponsor, USAA.
Thank you, Catherine. USAA is proud to sponsor these awards for our Heroes at Home. Let me start by saying thank you to every hero at home with us today and to every hero around the world supporting their hero. We truly could not continue to serve without your support. My own beautiful wife, Mary Kay, raised our 3 little heroes on her own during my naval career on submarines. She ran the household and was constantly involved with other military families, including being the command ombudsman when Hurricane Hugo ravaged South Carolina while we were at sea. I know for a fact that she was critical to my successful Navy career, and I love her deeply for everything she does for our family. On 11 May 2018, while celebrating Military Spouse Appreciation Day, President Trump proclaimed in part, "We ask so much of our military spouses: frequent moves, heartbreaking separations, parenting alone, incomplete celebrations, and weeks, months, and sometimes years of waiting for a loved one's safe return from harm's way. Time and time again, however, military spouses respond with resilience that defies explanation. Our service members are often praised as national heroes, but their spouses are equally worthy of that distinction. On behalf of USAA, let me congratulate each nominee, honoree, and of course our selected heroes at home. At USAA, we know what it means to serve, and we sincerely appreciate your service and stand ready to serve you and your families. Each Heroes at Home Military Spouse of the Year honoree will receive a small token of appreciation from USAA, a made-for-military spouse insulated travel mug. And of course, USAA is providing an amazing grand prize for both the Little Hero and Military Spouse of the Year. Thank you again to every little hero and military spouse. So now, what we've all been waiting for. First, I'm honored to announce the Hampton Roads Heroes at Home Little Hero at Home. USAA will be providing our Little Hero at Home with a $500 cash prize. The Hampton Roads Little Hero at Home is Nash Banger. As have most military children, Nash has been through several long deployments and innumerable shorter separations. He has always stepped up to assist his family by carrying some of the load for household chores, yard work, helping younger siblings with homework, and even a newfound pleasure for preparing family meals. Nash enthusiastically supports the military, his father's commands, and other military kids and families, and his community. He has helped with fundraisers, volunteered with the Naval Services Family Line, participated in command family activities and support, and volunteered for the Junior Student-to-Student program. At his church, he has served as vacation Bible school counselor, worked at the food pantry, assisted with the audio-visual team, and served our local homeless population through church programs and outreach. Nash has volunteered with the Food Bank, the Nemo Community Garden, and Junior League of Norfolk Virginia Beach events. Additionally, Nash has packed and delivered bags for the Virginia Beach City Public Schools beach bag programs, served as a student ambassador in his school, and as an active member of the Civil Air Patrol, Coastal Composite Squadron. Nash is currently a sophomore in the Legal Studies Academy at First Colonial High School, where he enjoys playing on the golf and lacrosse teams, as well as in the school band. Nash is a member of the National Junior Honor Society, Tri-Am Music Honor Society, Gifted Advisory Board, and the National Society of High School Scholars. Congratulations, Nash. Now that we've recognized Nash, I have the honor to announce the Hampton Roads 2021 Heroes at Home Military Spouse of the Year. USAA will be providing our Military Spouse of the Year with a $2,000 cash prize. Nominated by her spouse, the Hampton Roads 2021 Military Spouse of the Year is Sarah King. Congratulations, Sarah. What you do on a daily basis is beyond amazing, and we are very proud to recognize your achievements and contributions. Back to you, Catherine.
Thank you, Brad. Congratulations to the 2021 Heroes at Home and Little Heroes nominees, honorees, and winners. Honorees will receive a custom glass award and sponsor prizes in the coming weeks. There's a lot more to know about each of our honorees, and you can learn more about them, their areas of focus, their advice to other military spouses online. It's in the Heroes at Home Military Awards Guide, and our little hero will be in there too. It'll be posted tomorrow on the Heroes at Home Facebook page. That's facebook.com/spouse awards. If you're not already on the Heroes at Home Facebook page, please join us there and go ahead and post your message of thanks to all of our military spouses for everything they do in support of our local communities. Oh, one more thing. As a small thank you for joining us today, all of you who pre-registered are entered for a chance to win one of 5 $100 Amazon gift cards. Winners will be drawn at random following this presentation, so check your email tomorrow to see if you're one of the lucky recipients. Thank you all so much for attending the virtual 2021 Heroes at Home Military Spouse Awards. I'm Catherine Barrett. Have a great evening.